Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to a brand new video going over Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. In today's video, we have three different things to talk about. First off is the Famitsu interview. We have some information about how many new Pokemon are going to be in the games. We have some more Korokoro leaks, so we do want to quickly go over, and I'm also going to give my thoughts and feelings on the Junichi Masuda interview that did come out a few days ago. So a lot of stuff to cover, so if you're excited for today's video, please do consider hitting that like button down below. Let's try and hit 700 likes on today's video. Drop a comment down below as well with your thoughts and feelings about everything covered in today's video. How many new Pokemon would you love to see in Sword and Shield? How many would you be happy with? And of course, subscribe as well if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this here channel. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we're going to be talking about the Famitsu interview. Now, this tweet did come out yesterday, I think. I'm not sure, the 25th? Yeah, yesterday. And basically, Famitsu also did, I think, an interview with some people that were on Sword and Shield or something. And it basically says, as Famitsu mentions in its impressions of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, there is a very large amount of new Pokemon in the game. Now, that is absolutely new Pokemon, so that's not like Pokemon brought in from the old games or anything like that. This is absolute new, fresh out of the oven Pokemon. And it says much larger than previous generations. So this is very interesting, this sentence here. So, there's a very large amount of new Pokemon in the game, much larger than previous generations. Now, I don't know how far they're going back by saying previous generations, because obviously Gen 5 had like a lot, obviously Gen 1 had over 150, Gen 2 had 100, Hoenn had a lot, but then if we're talking just kind of like a Lola and like Kalos, they didn't really have a massive Pokedex. Like Kalos had a very, very small Pokedex, if not the smallest Pokedex I think we've had so far in terms of how many new Pokemon we got. Alola wasn't that much bigger. Obviously, it was helped out with all like the new forms and stuff. But if we're just basing it on the last two generations, then obviously it's not a huge increase. But if it's talking about generations like Generation 5 and Generation 4 and 3 and stuff, then we can definitely see over like 100 new Pokemon that are going to be in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Then it goes on to say, a TPC employee mentions that the number of Pokemon to be revealed has been intentionally reduced. So there is a reason that they're basically not giving us any information, and that's just so we can kind of just enjoy the game and find everything out ourselves whilst we actually play through. So they're not doing it to annoy us, they're doing it so we can actually get a surprise when we play the game. Of course, that's most likely not going to be the result, because the games are probably going to get leaked a week before the games do come out, and that's going to be all over Twitter and YouTube and everything like that. So, like I say, if you do want a completely like blind playthrough of this, just don't go on Twitter or YouTube for like the week before the games come out, because they are going to get data mined. The games are going to get like taken early and just data mined, and everything's going to get leaked. So yeah, but there's obviously a reason that, well, I mean, that is the reason they haven't released that many new Pokemon. But apparently there are going to be a very large amount of new Pokemon in the game, much larger than previous generations, which is very, very good to hear. Very, very excited to hear that. Obviously we've only been shown like 26, 27, 28, something like that. That's including forms, and obviously that's not very many. So the fact that there's probably going to be 100 plus new Pokemon in this game, there is a lot of new Pokemon to discover in Pokemon Sword and Shield when the games do come out. I can't see them revealing more than like 40 Pokemon by the time the games come out. So that gives us like a 60 plus to actually find out for ourselves in the game, which is really cool. It's really, really nice. So that's that part of the interview that I did want to talk about. Sorry, I just hit my mic there. I do apologize. Next thing I do want to talk about is quickly this Korokoro leak. It's kind of the one we went over the other day, but we really only had like the Zacian Zamazenta picture, but now we kind of have like the whole full thing. But it is nothing really. It is literally just showing all of the Pokemon that have been revealed so far. So I think this is every single Pokemon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, I think. And then like some Gigantamax forms. Is that it? 24? Surely there's more than that. I don't know. Maybe I'm not counting. 24. I don't think I counted the legendaries. I don't know. You guys know how many new ones. I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, there's definitely not more than 30 new Pokemon revealed regardless. So the fact that like there's a reason they haven't revealed that, and there's a lot of new Pokemon coming, is very, very exciting. But yeah, this Korokoro leak doesn't really show anything. Again, like the legendaries just still have the question marks and stuff. They're not giving out the typings. A lot of people are like, maybe they're not revealing the typings for the legendaries because they're a new typing. And I've seen a lot of people say that, which would be really, really cool. So like they're not releasing the typings because there's a brand new type that's going to get introduced into this game. I think it's not very likely, but I think it would be really, really cool if that was the idea behind it. But yeah, that's kind of the Korokoro leaks. I didn't really want to talk much about it because it's just kind of like stuff we've already know about. And the last thing that I want to talk about in today's video is this Junichi Masuda interview. Now, a lot of you have probably seen this interview flying around over on YouTube and Twitter and stuff. A lot of people have covered it, but I just want to give my thoughts and feelings about like the second part of it. The first part of it is just like about Surfetched, and then some stuff about Galarian forms and I think Gigantamax forms and why it was based on the UK. If you want to read the article all the way through, be my guest. It will be linked in the description down below. But for this part of the video, I only want to talk about this pit from here, because this talks about like the National Dex controversy and also the Let's Go games as well. So there's still quite a bit to talk about. But it basically says, do you feel like it's quite difficult to please everyone with things like the Pokédex issue recently, or some people wanting either a more difficult or more welcoming experience? Is there a difficulty or a pressure there? Yeah, there's definitely a level of pressure when you're making the game, but it doesn't make developing a game feel stressful or anything like that. At the end of the day, it's something that we love doing and is really fun to do, but we definitely want to answer all the wishes of our fans and live up to their expectations, which is something that's quite challenging. So in that sense, yeah, there's definitely a pressure, but we also, within ourselves, always strive to make the best game and really deliver something that we're proud of and what we feel the fans are going to enjoy. So yeah, that's a fun and a pressure in there. So they don't feel pressured basically when they make Pokemon games, which is fair enough, but I feel like you should be pressured. Like, the Pokemon is a huge game. It's one of the biggest gaming franchises in the world. There should be a pressure on that. You know, fair enough, it was just some like knockoff game or something, there's not gonna be much pressure on that, but when you're literally creating one of the biggest games of the year, is that just me? Surely there should be some sort like form of pressure on you to be like, okay, we have to make this good, because if we don't, we're going to annoy a lot of people. I don't know. I feel like if I was making a really big game like that, there'd definitely be some sort of pressure. But anyway, has some of the negative feedback on the Pokédex, which I'm sorry to dwell on, had much of an impact on morale at Game Freak? I know you mentioned that you're personally disappointed to not be able to include all the Pokemon. Did the team feel saddened by the reaction at all? Of course, you know, you see those sort of negative comments and it does, as a developer, make you feel a bit down about certain things, but at the same time, you have to take criticism. For example, with Pokemon Let's Go, early on there were a lot of comments that it was too easy or it was kind of a bit too kid-focused and that sort of thing. That sort of comment is something you see and you take on board and really try and big improvements in the next game on the feedback you see from the last one. I mean, let's be honest, Let's Go was very easy. They literally had it so you could co-op every single battle, and you basically, it was like 2 Pokemon against 1 in every single battle. Like, you're just not really going to lose in that. And it was very easy as well. It was very more aimed towards kid-friendly audience. And it was kind of just an easy game to bring in Pokemon Go players that weren't really too familiarized with competitive Pokemon and too much like that, because they only really knew all the Pokemon that were in Pokemon Go. So yeah, in that sense, I think Let's Go was very easy, and yeah, I'm glad that they took that on board and kind of took that into Pokemon Sword and Shield. So with regards to the Pokédex issue in particular that you've mentioned, that was something that was a really hard decision internally. There was a lot of discussions about which direction we should take that in, and ultimately we felt that for the overall game, focusing on creating the richest experience we could within the game, leaving the Pokédex as we did was the best solution overall. And then he goes on to say, it seems the TBL is based on around... Okay, so that's just some stuff about TBL, I'm not too bothered about that. And then this is about the Let's Go game. So if you didn't know, basically Let's Go 2 is like nowhere near coming anytime soon. Like, they have 0 plans to make those games. So it said, you mentioned Let's Go in a few comments about difficulty, but you also mentioned a while back that if it was really popular, you consider doing other Let's Go style games based on others in the series. It seemed like it went down pretty well to me in the end, so are you planning on doing more like that, carrying on a Let's Go series alongside a main one? So at the moment, there's no particular plans, but if fans really like it, then definitely keep these voices coming out to the Pokemon Company and Nintendo, and make sure we hear them. We want to hear these comments. So yeah, they don't have any like immediate plans to make any Let's Go games, which I know is gonna kind of make a lot of you happy, because I know a lot of people did not like Let's Go. In like my own personal experience, Let's Go were good. It was definitely a breath of fresh air. It was something different, but the games were too easy. The replayability was just non-existent. Like the shiny hunting was fun, but it was very tedious. It was very boring. I know a lot of shiny hunting methods can be like that, but you're literally doing nothing. You're literally just standing there waiting Pokemon pop up. And I know some obviously methods are like soft resetting or just running in random encounters and stuff, but where you literally just, you don't even have to literally touch the controller to shiny hunt, and that's why it was kind of just like, I don't know, it just wasn't very interactive for me. And it says, lastly, you've got some new features that are first for the series, like autosave, open world, Pokemon co-op, PvE element. Do you expect that? Okay, sweet. Can you highlight any games that were in space for Sword and Shield? Yeah. So that's pretty much like, it's a massive article. I didn't want to go all over it because it's a very long article. I didn't want to read it all for you guys. I mean, you guys would probably just be able to read it and then make your own assumptions and stuff. I just wanted to read that stuff about the Pokédex and also the stuff about Let's Go. So yeah, there's basically no Let's Go 2 games for a while. They don't feel any pressure making Pokemon games, and then the National Dex I mean, they just said like loads of different things about it, but ultimately, like the reason they didn't do it was they wanted to make the experience of Pokemon Sword and Shield better, and in order to do that, they had to kind of cut something back, and they did choose the Pokedex. So the wild area does look incredible. It's massive. The game is huge, and I think the game's still going to be the best Pokemon game we've ever seen and played. Yeah, it is annoying that the Pokedex has been cut in the way it has, but at the same time, we've never really gonna have played a Pokemon game like this. This is gonna be an incredible game, and I'm very, very excited to play it. It's coming out very, very soon, less than a month, and I cannot wait to play it. But that's gonna be everything for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 750 likes. What are your thoughts on this interview? What are your thoughts on Let's Go? Would you like another Let's Go game or not? Are you happy that they're kind of pushing it to the back? And then, of course, what do you think about this? How many new Pokemon would you like to see in Pokemon Sword and Shield? But that's everything from me, though, guys. Drop a comment, subscribe if you're brand new. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.